We're going to start this lesson with a riff by Richie Sambora by Bon Jovi. The song Dead or Alive, it sounds something like this. And we're going to see and learn exactly what he's doing there and see how two shapes being this shape and the other shape being this shape, how they tie into chords, how we can utilize it and how we can expand and grow from that. And then we're going to take it into some Hotel California by the Eagles, and we're going to look at all cool things from rock to blues based on this riff. Now, before we go any further, please make sure your PDF file is printed out in front of you. We need to reference those notes, and we're going to first of all have a look at the shapes now. So I'm going to move the guitar to my other leg so you get a better view. You can zoom in over here now onto the fretting hand. And if you've got your PDF file, you'll notice your first notes are going to be open 4th string, 14th fret, 13th fret, 14th fret. And we're going to do a sort of hybrid picking, also called chicken picking, unusual name with it. And it's going to evolve, or include rather, using your pick and your middle finger. One more time there from a different angle. Pick, pick, finger. And then back to the pick. Like I said, some call this chicken picking, some call it hybrid picking, but either way it's a really cool technique. And one more time through. That's your picking technique the whole way through. Okay, back to the fretting hand. The opening shape we just spoke about, the 14 with the second finger and the 13 with the first finger. We're going to call this the minor shape. Now, very important over here is to learn the two types of shape. In other words, you've got a minor shape we just mentioned here, and the next riff goes from here, and we're going to call that the major shape. Now, that's not completely random. There's a reason why this is a minor and this is a major. You see from a different angle, you can hear the difference if I start at the same fret. But in context of the song, the major shape has moved. So I'm just playing it here so you can compare minor, major, but when you sort of combine them, we get that. Okay, now this shape here, if I look at the normal D minor chord and I sort of take my guitar and I sort of slide it back there and then put my third finger down, you would agree that's D minor. And that's why we call fingers 1 and 2 that we're using all the way up there again. Trying to slide it without bumping too much. That's why we call that the minor shape. Now the major shape that you're working from over here, if we do the same scenario and you slide that back and you swap to fingers 1 and 2, you've got a D shape. So that shape there, you just move to that. You can hear it sounds the same, and that's from D major. And again, they moved it up the guitar fretboard all the way to fret 12. So this is the major shape, but it comes from basic chord shapes. So this is basically part of a D minor chord that I'm playing, and this is part of the D major shape, just at a different position. So if that was D major, this would be C major. C major would then go to B flat major, and B flat major would then go to A minor. So if you look at your opening riff, which goes like this. The chord names are D minor, C, this is a B flat, and then you're going to have an A minor here. And of course you've got the opening D string that my middle finger is tapping in the corner of your cell phone there, or whatever you're watching this through, but my middle finger is tapping on the D string. So you've got a D string that's running the theme the whole way through, keeping the D minor tonality from here, and running through the different chords, your C's and B flats and A minors, and eventually going to go down to an F. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit better there. There's your F shape. shape, being an E minor because the shape has changed, and from the E minor to an octave lower D minor. Okay, so you're going, if I zoom out there a little bit so you can see the entire guitar fretboard, you're starting at the top of here, D minor octave higher. There's your C, B flat, A minor, F, E minor, and then nice little slide here into the D minor at the end. Okay, have you learned that picking pattern? That's your first mission. And also very important on the changes here, I'm going to zoom in. When you go from the one shape to the other, I'll notice that some guitarists want to go, for example, from here, being the first part, on fret 14 and 13, and they want to do this. It's not wrong to do that, but it's much more efficient for this particular concept to slide on the second finger on the third string. So here's my minor shape, we've just been talking about it. The minor shape is on your PDF file. Slide it back, major shape, going to the next minor shape. But you'll notice my second finger, finger number 2, stays on the third string. That's the lesson to be learned here. You can see it's nice and easy on the changes. Minor, major, major, minor. And obviously if I slip off the fretboard here, I have to angle the camera a bit more to follow through, you'd see that the middle finger is keeping my third string fretted, which is quite nice for sliding across. It helps the legato. And for those that aren't sure of legato and staccato, legato means notes are ringing as long as possible, nice and flowing, nice long notes. If I staccato this, that would be staccato, which palm thumping would naturally give you in the first place. Okay, that's the first part of the riff. Now, we're going to break the study into quite a few videos. So, step 1, learn this video. Once you've got it, then go to video 2. I will see you on video 2 and we're going to see what we can do from it. And just before I say goodbye, remember this shape comes from a D minor shape, an octave higher. And this one over here, that shape there, remember we swapped the fingers around 2 and 3, so I'm just revising it. Same fingers. That comes from the major shape, and that's why we've got minor shape and major shape as we go through the progression. Okay, that's the first step of this lesson. See you video number 2.